Reality isn't just something you live in, it's something you're actively creating, moment by moment, even if you don't know you're doing it. Every thought, every choice, every small shift of attention is like laying a brick in the invisible house you live inside. And most of us have been building this house without ever looking at the blueprint. From the moment you were born, your perception of the world started to take shape. You learned what was safe and what was dangerous, what was good and what was bad, not because those things were universal truths, but because someone told you so. Parents, teachers, culture, they handed you their version of reality, and you absorbed it like wet clay. That's not a bad thing. We all need a starting point. But here's the problem. That borrowed map is running most of your life. It tells you what's possible and what's impossible. It tells you what kind of person you're allowed to be. And it quietly builds walls around you, making sure you never stray too far outside what's familiar. But reality is not a static box you trapped inside. It's more like a living simulation that responds to your input. Think of it like code that is always running, always taking data from your focus, your emotions, and your actions. You're not just a player in the game, you're also a programmer, whether you realize it or not. This is why two people can live in the exact same world and have completely different experiences. One person sees danger everywhere. The other sees opportunity. One person thinks everyone is out to get them, and so they keep finding proof of that. The other trusts life, and they keep stumbling into moments of kindness. Reality reflects back to you who you think you are. If you believe the world is cold, you notice all the coldness. If you believe it's abundant, you start to notice opportunities you used to miss. This is not wishful thinking, it's perception at work. Your brain filters trillions of bits of data every second. You only see what matches your inner world. So when people say change your mind, change your life, it's not just a motivational slogan, it's literal architecture. Your inner state shapes what you experience. Most people never question the house they've built. They just keep reinforcing the same walls, reacting the same way, living the same day on repeat. But once you start to see the blueprint, you can start to rework it. This is where the real work begins, questioning which parts of your reality are truly yours, and which were handed to you by someone else. Which beliefs keep you safe, and which keep you small? Which walls protect you, and which ones are just prison bars painted to look like home? Once you start questioning your personal blueprint, reality starts to answer back. It talks to you through synchronicities, patterns, and feedback loops. This is the law of cause and effect at work, not as punishment or reward, but as reflection. When you act from fear, life mirrors that fear back to you. When you act from trust, opportunities start appearing that match that frequency. This is why life can feel like it's testing you. It's not the universe being cruel. It's showing you exactly what's inside you. If you keep meeting the same type of toxic relationship, or keep finding yourself in the same kind of job that drains you, that's the blueprint showing you where you still haven't changed. Think of it like a mirror. You wouldn't get angry at a mirror for showing you that your hair is messy. You just fix it. Reality is the same. It's not personal. It's feedback. But here's where most people get stuck. They keep trying to fix the outside world without changing the inside one. They move to new cities, find new partners, start new jobs, but they carry the same blueprint with them. And the same problems keep showing up in new disguises. The moment you start using reality as a feedback system, everything shifts. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you start asking, "What is this showing me about me?" That one question is enough to start rewriting your entire experience of life. Let's talk about time, or more accurately, timelines. Because every choice you make is like stepping onto a slightly different path. Think of your life like a tree with infinite branches. Every decision, big or small, shifts you onto a different branch. Some branches lead to the same general place. Others take you into completely different lives. This is why déjà vu feels so strange. It's like brushing up against a version of yourself that almost happened, or maybe did happen on another branch. And synchronicities? Those are like breadcrumbs from the deeper intelligence of reality, nudging you toward alignment with your best possible path. When you ignore those nudges, life tends to get louder. When you keep following them, reality starts to feel more fluid, like it's conspiring with you. This doesn't mean you can control everything. You can't. But you can choose how you respond to what happens. And that choice is what determines which branch you keep walking. React with fear, and you step onto one path. Respond with awareness, and you step onto another. Over time, those choices compound, and you find yourself living in a completely different reality than the one you started in. Now comes the hard part, breaking illusions. Most of what we call reality is just a story we've agreed to believe. A lot of those stories are useful. They help us cooperate and build things together, but some of them are pure limitation dressed up as truth. The illusion says you have to suffer to grow, that you have to earn your worth, that you have to stay small so others won't feel threatened. The illusion says life is random and meaningless, and you are powerless in the face of it. But once you see the illusion, you can't unsee it. You realize that half the rules you were following were never real in the first place. You realize you can drop the guilt, the shame, the shoulds, and start choosing from a different place. This is where your power really begins to return, because you stop living as a reaction to your conditioning and start living as a creator. When you understand the blueprint, see the feedback, follow the synchronicities, and break the illusions, you can finally start rebuilding reality on purpose. You begin designing your life with intention, not just survival. You start choosing responses instead of reacting. You stop waiting for permission. Reality doesn't suddenly become perfect. That's not the point. The point is you are no longer a prisoner inside your own mind. You can hold fear without being controlled by it. You can meet pain without becoming it. This is the art of conscious living. This is what it means to wake up. And if this resonates with you, share this with someone who's ready to see the blueprint. Like the video, subscribe for more from the living system, and let's keep exploring how deep this really goes.